Macapá, capital of the state of Amapá, tourism navigates freely through the largest river in the world, the Amazon River, and turns the corner at the middle of the earth, symbolized by the Marco Zero Equator Monument.
Aqui, o cuidado com o patrimônio histórico e cultural é excepcional.
No Amapá, a natureza é extremamente bela.
Macapá, Amapá, a little bit of Brazil, and a fantastic tourism itinerary. The region in the middle of the world. The people of Macapá are the only Brazilians that live in a capital that have the privilege of playing a little ball during the low tide of the Amazon River. And when the tide is full, the time is right for aquatic sports. In Amapá, you can go from one hemisphere to the other in only one step. But whatever side you are on, the exuberance of the natural landscapes and the hospitality of a welcoming and festive people are the same. At the Marco Zero Monument, the natural phenomenon of the equinox, of the waters in March and that of spring in September, are always received with much partying. At the Sambadrome, the carnival is a show of colors and music with the structure of international events. From any point in the country, you can arrive in Macapá on daily flights, or if you prefer, you can also come by ship or vessels that navigate by rivers that cut through the Amazon jungle. An obligatory itinerary for those that arrive in the city is to walk through the park, get to know life and the traditional communities on a visit to the Sakaka Museum, an open-air museum, the Quilombo, the Artisans' House, the Black Cultural Center, and the Indians' House. There is also the Bacabeiras Theater, the stage for the grand shows of the local artists. Your travel agent can indicate hotel chains or inns in several cities in Amapá, which regularly register with the Ministry of Tourism. Afterwards, you can sit at the table of a restaurant and savor dishes that are typical of the Amazon and which are already gaining international fame. The Tucumac region. From Santana to Serra do Navio, nature continues untouched and the natural scenes can take your breath away. The trip starts in Santana, 21 kilometers from Macapá, by way of the JK Highway or Duque de Caxias. In the city, you can rent a boat and tour the beaches formed by the Amazon River. The 220 kilometers that separate Santana from Serra do Navio takes you to virtual paradises like Porto Grande and Pedra Branca do Amapari. In Porto Grande, 101 kilometers from Macapá, you can delight in the Pineapple Festival, enjoying an invigorating swim in the waters of the Araguari River. The scenery, which is formed along the BR-210 highway, signal that you are arriving in a place where nature inspires peace and adventure. Pedra Branca do Amapari, famous for its resorts like Agua Fria, and for the diversity of its plant life and wildlife which you see along the trails opened in the jungle. Finally, the train arrives at Serra do Navio. The end of the trip is the beginning of an adventure. And in Serra do Navio, where you can still find the extremely rare crimson topaz hummingbird. There also is the entrance to the National Park of the Tucumac Mountains. And clearly, the place to bathe is in the Pedra Preta waterfall. Castanhais region. 32 kilometers from Macapá on AP-70, you will find a rich part of the culture of the state, characterized by a people that were brought to Brazil when the Portuguese Empire transferred the city of Mazagão in Morocco to the lands of Amapá, fleeing the war between the Moors and the Christians. The principal attractions of Mazagão are the archaeological sites, the São Tiago Festival in July, and the Divine Holy Spirit Festival in August, besides all of the natural beauty of the place. At a distance of 280 kilometers from Macapá, you arrive at Laranjal do Jari through the highways BR-156 and BR-210, and you can enjoy a swim in the exuberant Santo Antonio waterfall, eat Brazil nut cookies on the extractive reserve of the Cajari River, and get to know the culture and way of life of the Waipis Indians. Following highways BR-156 and BR-210, you can also arrive in Vitória do Jari, quite an option for lovers of difficult trails that fascinate the lovers of off-road and of adventure tourism. Title board. The nature of Amapá delights those that are passionate for ecotourism and challenges the lovers of adventure in the cities of Itaubá do Piririm, Caxias do Araguari, Ferreira Gomes, and Tautaragalzini. Itaubá do Piririm, 80 kilometers from Macapá following AP70, is one example of life in direct contact with nature. A great thing to do is to dive into the transparent waters and observe part of the biodiversity of the Amazon. You can hear a rumble descending the Araguari River in Caxias do Araguari, 135 kilometers from Macapá on the AP70 or BR-156 highways. It is a tidal bore, the largest wave in the Amazon River and the world. It is a time of adrenaline, to tame this phenomenon of untamable nature in Amapá. For the less radical, there is the relaxing beauty of the unique landscapes. This scene gains special color in the month of July with Canaguari, the carnival out of season, which attracts thousands of partiers to Ferreira Gomes, 137 kilometers from the capital on highway BR-156. The river that borders the city attracts bathers and sports enthusiasts. Take highway BR-156 or 210, 230 kilometers from the capital, and you can see the turtles bathing in the sun along the shores of the Araguari River or the lakes that are part of the vegetation and wildlife of Tautaragalzini, one of the counties that shelters some of the most impressive scenes of the Amazon. Region of the extreme north. 260 kilometers from Macapá on the highways BR-156 and 210 in Pracaúba, just as in the other cities of the northern region of Amapá, you can enjoy yourself with sport fishing or outings in fantastic scenery. Who knows, you might be lucky and help in the release of the turtles, one of the local special attractions. In the county of Amapá, there are ecological treasures like the biological reserve of Lake Piratuba and the ecological station of Maracajipioca. You shouldn't miss the chance to dive into the Cachoeira Grande waterfall. Two big events liven up the city, the Gurujuba Festival and the Agropesca Festival. In Calçoene, the Amazon meets the waters of the ocean. The principal attractions of the county are the archaeological sites, the Goiabal Beach, the Crab Festival, and the histories of the people that proclaim the creation of the Cunani Republic. To get to Calçoene, leaving from Macapá, you go 374 kilometers on the BR-156 highway. Oiapoque. This is where Brazil starts. On the border with French Guiana, the land where they speak many languages. It is 590 kilometers from Macapá on the highways BR-156 and 210. You can visit the Indian Museum, which is in the center of the city. A large part of the county's territory belongs to the Cabo Orange National Park, where Clevelândia do Norte is located. This served as a concentration camp for the enemies of the military regime. Macapá, the city in the middle of the world, and a hospitable people wait for you with open arms. Receiving tourists is a part of our nature.